can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Eevee and make it look easy.
What is up, Earth's subscribers? It's Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. All right, today's video, I'm gonna be talking about Wolverine number 32 by Benjamin Percy and Juan Jose Rip. This is gonna be the moment, I think, when all the Beast shenanigans are said and done. I think this is gonna be the moment people are gonna come back to when they start talking about what was the moment where Beast said something, he put something into the ether and it came back to bite him. Now, I have long talked about what's been going on with Beast, how he has just been acting a whole monkey on Krakoa since House of X, since day one, X-Force number 1. And we've seen the fruits of those labors as of late, that he has broken X-Force apart from Krakoa, that he's turned it into an actual Krakoan Megazord and has created his own team of Beast clones who do his bidding and maintain X-Force's operations, as well as cloning an army of Wolverines. All of that has been well documented, but I think this issue is going to be the moment where Beast is going to finally learn pride cometh before the fall, that hubris is probably any supervillain's greatest sin. And I say that because of the nature of how Beast is running his operations. Yes, of course, he is using the Wolverines to take down any and all threats to Krakoa, big or small. It doesn't matter whether it's from an infrastructure standpoint or from a direct attack standpoint. It doesn't matter. He is sending Wolverines out and is actively breaking one of the core rules of Krakoa. And this isn't even something brand new. He's been sending the Wolverines out to kill humans. He's also killed other humans over the course of Benjamin Percy's Wolverine series. He had that whole Death Star out there in space where he was experimenting on humans, mutants, aliens, etc. It is pretty safe to say Beast has all kinds of war crimes under his belt that he could be put in the hole for the rest of his natural born life. That said, the thing that is going to get him in trouble is that he's become too cocky in the wake of his creating his own new version of X-Force, complete with blackjack and hookers. He is just off the wall right now. And the reason I say is because he's brought up something that I feel is a grave oversight on his part, is that he's brought up the notion of why he doesn't communicate very often with his Beast clones, because he knows that familiarity breeds contempt. He knows that also getting too close with his quotey fingers Beast clone comrades, it could lead to them thinking that maybe they're real people too, that they're people that, it's like you let your dog sleep on the bed or on the couch. It's like, oh, look at him, he thinks he's people. It's one of those scenarios, and that's what Beast is worried about. He's worried that getting too close to them is either going to make them think that they can come for the crown, they can come for the king and take him down and have whatever it was that he had, or that if he just gets too close to him, they'll think that they're just like him, that they have equal say, that they have rights, that they have a soul. And I think that's honestly what's going to happen. I feel like evil Beast is not going to go away. Even with Wolverine bringing the dead body of Beast, the one he killed just 2 issues prior, who turned into a clicker from The Last of Us, he threw that body down before the Quiet Council's feet. And one of the things I thought was very alarming is that Charles didn't seem surprised. Like, yeah, Charles was surprised that Wolverine barged into the Quiet Council, threw the body on the ground, and that it was in a dead state. He was surprised by that, but he didn't seem surprised that the body was the way it was. He didn't seem surprised that Beast had done this to himself, or anything else for that matter. He had given Beast all the rope in the world to just do whatever he wants. Beast can literally do anything. He does not answer to the Quiet Council. Wolverine now has confirmation Chucky X was in on it. Whether Charles sanctioned it or not, he was aware of what Beast has been up to, at least in some capacity. He knew that Beast has been doing some wild stuff. Charles may not know the full breadth of it, but he knows that Beast is doing bad things, at the very least. And it seems the Quiet Council, the rest of the Quiet Council at least, didn't really seem to be too much in on what was going on there. Emma seems to be aware of what's going on just by virtue that she's reading the minds of Wolverine and Charles Xavier in the same room. But like, it's one of those deals where, yeah, it seems like this is news to everyone but Wolverine, at least as far as these recent developments go. But getting back to it, I feel like even if the Quiet Council does do something about this, once they're forced to do something about this, especially when word gets out that Beast has been using Wolverine clones to kill humans, which is once again breaking a core tenet of the rules of Krakoa. I think Beast, while he may get Quotey Fingers excommunicado and all that, I feel like we're still going to have an evil Beast out there somewhere. This is how we're able to get Dark Beast and regular Beast back. I know a lot of people are excited to see the return of the more jovial My Stars and Garters, Hank McCoy, which, I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. That'll happen in its due time. I'm actually quite fond of Evil Beast, and I feel like especially with the hints and teases in the Immortal X-Men series, that Dark Beast is actually already on Krakoa, just locked away in Sinister's laboratory, just as a head, a floating head in a jar, no more, no less. I feel like at some point we are actually going to, when Beast is actually defeated, not necessarily saying that version of Dark Beast is going to come back, but I feel like even if they destroy all the Beast clones, there's going to be one who's going to slip through the cracks and keep creating the same kind of problems, but from afar. Maybe even develop their own identity. I think that would be a cool move for Benjamin Percy to do. I think that would be a best of both worlds scenario where the fans can have their cake and they can eat it too. They can have the Quotey Fingers nice, good Beast back and still have this son of a bitch Beast still just running around. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think there's nothing wrong with that at all. I wouldn't be upset if that's the direction it goes. Not saying that's the direction it's gonna go, but I mean, if it did, I just wouldn't be upset by it. But that said, I definitely do want to say that I think once we get past all this, because we know it's coming to a close, we've seen some of the solicits and covers that have been popping up as of late, Beast is going to get sent to the gulag. And I think what would be the best situation for everyone is if, regardless of what they do, whether they kill off Evil Beast forever and bring back Good Beast for the foreseeable future, or if Evil Beast just gets to ride off into the sunset and we never see Good Beast again for quite some time, or they find a way to split the difference and give us both. Regardless of whatever the situation is, I do feel like maybe after this I would sunset Beast for a little bit. Regardless of the situation, I wouldn't bring Beast back for quite a while. I'd let him sit, because I feel like distance makes the heart grow fonder, and I feel like regardless of whether you're a fan of Evil Beast or not, regardless of whether you want Good Beast back or not, I feel like the longer we wait to get Beast back, I feel like the more impactful it will be, regardless of whichever version that it is. Well, I know some people will argue that, well, Good Beast has been gone for so long. That's fair, and if you want to bring back Good Beast, fine. I'm okay with it. I've never been the hugest fan of Beast as a character. I mean, he's cool. I'm not saying I don't like him as a good guy, just that I feel like this version of Beast was infinitely more interesting than any version of Beast that came before him. Even Dark Beast. I think this Beast had more nuance to him than maybe some people might want to admit. But that said, I am interested to see where this is going to go with Maverick, because he is using his Wolverines in this issue to try to assassinate Maverick. This is largely in part due to the fact that Maverick is peddling, pun intended, Krakoan flowers on the black market, but also at the same time because Maverick was technically the one who snitched him out about the Death Star situation that Beast had going on up until recently. So there's that as well, but I feel like Maverick is finally, in a roundabout way, going to do something very heroic, but not necessarily for the right reasons. And I say that because Maverick is exactly that. He's a merc. He goes where the money is, and the only reason that he is going to do anything about this clone Wolverine situation is because it directly affects him. Now, I do think there also is the component that he recognizes that this version of Wolverine is just that, a clone. He is literally just survived an onslaught of multiple dozen upon dozens of Wolverines trying to kill him, so he knows these are clones. And he even says in this issue that he recognizes that it's Logan. These clones are Logan, everything except for the deadness in his eyes. And that was something that was even talked about in previous issues of Wolverine, talking about losing their agency, being used as weapons, being puppets of other people's machinations. And this is something that Wolverine just recently saved Maverick from becoming when he was enslaved by the auction house. I feel like, well, yes, Maverick is going to be doing something that's very self-serving on his part. I do feel like maybe this was an instance where, not just because it was a life or death situation, I feel like this is going to be an instance where he realizes maybe he should try and do something to help out a friend. At least that's what it seems like he's going to do, because he does manage to kill one of the Wolverine clones and take them captive so that he can get away. Maybe we might see a little bit of redemption for Maverick. Maybe he might actually get killed in this, get resurrected, and come back with his powers, because right now he is still a depowered mutant. He's yet to get his powers back that he lost during M-Day. He's been operating strictly as a depowered mutant ever since, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. I dug it. I really like it. I like where this is going. And once again, I hope they do something more with Maverick in this. And yeah, may evil, fascist beast, long may he reign, is what I'll say there. Just very tongue-in-cheek. But anyways, that's everything I really want to talk about with Wolverine number 32. If you enjoyed this video, do the YouTube thing. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and make sure to tap that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos I put out. Until next time, let me know what you thought about Wolverine number 32. Keep it plus ultra and sound off in the comments.